Okay, so here we are over at Daly. Um, I'm just kind of baffled. Excessive use of fittings. This is just a mess. I mean, you got PEX going into PVC for 5 feet. There's rolls of PEX over there, brand new stuff. And why this is like this, I don't know, man. So the septic evidently goes down here. And this right here, looking outside, that's a vent line. Vent lines are important. They're needed. They're necessary. They're code. They're a must-have. So that vent comes on over here, and you can see it right up in there, and it goes to the outside. Comes out here. Okay. Here's the water lines. Why the water lines were ran directly against the outside wall is kind of beyond me. They could have been ran in the ceiling, but that vent line needs to be tied into. There's no vent lines here. Okay, what is a vent line? What does it do? Well, you can Google it, but this is a P-trap. Without a vent line, and you use the sink, that water will take and siphon all the water out of that P-trap and leave it dry, allowing sewer gases to come up inside the building, and it'll smell like shit. So, and why this was brought outside? There's plenty of it's hollow down there. Why it wasn't brought up in there? You could have brought it up in here. You could have ran a vent line. Vent line has to be above the flood level, which is basically where this would flood, right here. So you could have ran a vent line up here and up and over and tied into the ceiling where it is there. There's just an excessive use of all these PEX fittings, and they're not even tight. They're not mounted. They need to be mounted inside to the wood. I mean, this is totally loose. You cap this and put some pressure on here, just like that food truck, it's going to leak into the wall. 5/8 drywall. Why 5/8 drywall was used is beyond me. It's basically for commercial applications. It's nothing but a hindrance in residential. It's twice as heavy, if not more. It's a pain in the ass to work with, but here it is, all this heavy 5/8 drywall. I can just keep going around finding stuff, but this whole wall's got to come down, at least the drywall. A vent line's got to be put in there. All that PEX and stuff has to be mounted. This sink, okay, this sink, which one's going to be used? Well, see here, this is a backer board, okay, it screws into the wall. Well, there's nothing here. There's this whole cavity here that has no support for that. You can't drill into anything. You're not going to put anchors in there. That's kind of foolish. So none of this is mounted. Okay, this needs to be mounted up here. All your wires. I mean, it's code, but it's common sense. So I don't know, man. I would put a pocket door in here, because one of two things are going to happen. You're going to open the door. It's going to be a short door. It's going to come out here, or it's going to swing in here and hit the toilet. But I mean, this is all I can see now. That vent over there. That vent needs to go over near the shower. That's where most of your moisture comes from, okay? And so what's going to happen is that vent, when it's on, it's going to pull all that moisture across all this drywall, and it's going to come into here. You've seen what happens after you take a shower and you look at the mirror. It's got all that moisture and condensation. Well, now it's going to be all over this drywall. It doesn't need to be. This isn't waterproof drywall. It's not rated for that. That shit's super expensive, and you should use it, but you can get away with not using it, but you don't want to put your vent way over here. I mean, I don't, these connections like this, they need to go up in a box. You just can't put that behind a wall like that. And I don't know what this is, but you know, this stuff needs to be mounted and such. Again, I'm at kind of a loss. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd rip it all down, maybe leave the framing and start all over again and do it right. You're kind of screwed. I'd definitely go back and put up 1/4 inch drywall on the walls, maybe leave it for the ceilings. It's already up there. And that shit's heavier crap. Here, I don't know if this is a load-bearing wall or not, and I don't know. That could be a 4x4, but if you look at it here, it almost looks like it's bowing. How much of a load is that supporting? I don't know.